Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam. So today's video is so exciting because I'm actually redoing a video I've done before. Basically, as you guys know, like tie-dye is such a big thing right now, like everyone's loving it. I was like super obsessed with tie-dye for a little while, a couple years ago, and so I made a couple videos where I tie-dyed things. One of which I tie-dyed a shirt with food coloring. That video is kind of just like sat stagnant for a little while. It's been like 5 years since I made it, which is insane to think about. But over the past couple of months, it has gotten like 100,000 views. Like additionally, it has like 1 million views right now, which is insane. So I figured I would try it again because honestly, I don't really remember the results of it. Like I watched the video again and I was like, okay, well, clearly it seems to have worked. So I just figured I would try it again. This video is probably much better than that one because I was like 15. I sound like such a baby. I don't know, like it's such a weird thing to watch now. So I hope this video is a little bit more informative and a little bit easier to follow than that one. I also tried to do things a little bit different than I did in the first one, just to kind of see how it would work with different things. A lot of people asked me if I could use like apple cider vinegar. I tried it with that and it worked. I did it not on this shirt, but I did a different one and it worked, so go for it. And I also didn't mix my food coloring with any type of water this time, and the colors seemed to come out a little bit more vibrant. So I'll show you guys obviously the shirt once the tutorial is over and once I show you guys how to make it. But yeah, I like the way it turned out. If you guys want to see more tie-dye videos though, I would love to do them. A couple years ago I did a sponsorship with Tulip Tie-Dye, which was super cool. I have those videos that I can also link down below, but I can do more of them because I still have a bunch of tie-dye stuff left and I may as well use it. But for this particular video, I'm going to show you guys how to tie-dye with food coloring. If you haven't seen the first one, basically the ingredients, the supplies, whatever, they're super easy and really cheap. They're probably stuff that you already have in your house. So you need distilled white vinegar ideally, but you can try it with another vinegar. Like I said, I tried it with apple cider vinegar and it worked, but it might be a different result, who knows. And then you need food coloring and obviously a white t-shirt. There were certain colors that I felt like worked better. In the video, I would try every single color to see what works best, and I'll show you guys at the end what I found. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I just started off with a pink piece of paper. That way I don't get food coloring everywhere, but I got my stuff. So my distilled white vinegar, my food coloring, some rubber bands, and then I also got a cup of water because you will need that in a little bit too, and of course my white t-shirt. This is where I messed up. Do not do what I did, but basically I decided to roll it while it was still dry. This is not the most effective way to do it, and you will have to undo it at a point, so I don't recommend it. You'll see later in the video where I'm like annoyed at myself for doing it early, but this gives you a good idea of how to do it in case you don't know. There's also a bunch of other ways that you can roll the shirt to make different designs and stuff. What I will say is, you'll see it later on, but it didn't look exactly like the design I made, which is kind of funny at the end. So I just took my cup of water and I put the exact same amount of distilled white vinegar in there. So 1 cup of water, 1 cup of distilled white vinegar. This is pretty easy to do. I didn't mix them together or anything. I think they just like mix together when you pour it. I don't know the science behind why you do this. I just know you're supposed to do it. So I just decided to douse the shirt with the water and white vinegar combination thing that's going on. And then that's when I realized I was dumb for rolling this shirt already, and here it is undone because it made my life a lot easier to do it this way. But basically you want to get it damp. You don't want it soaking wet, but it's definitely wet. Like that's the goal of it because it'll make applying the color so much easier. So here is now the fun part. When I start to put on the colors, I decided to speed it up a little bit. That way it's just easier to do the voiceover, and there's no way you guys would want to watch the whole entire thing. This is super messy, and you can put this in water bottles and like punch a little hole in the top to make this process a lot easier and like combine the water and the food coloring in there. But this was just way more fun, and I decided to do it this way. Make sure to get the back too, because I almost forgot to do that, and I would not recommend. This green was crazy. You will see that green so much more throughout this video. It is actually insane what that green did. But yeah, basically just remember to get the back, get underneath the rubber bands too. That way you're not missing color in random spots. Just make sure it's all saturated. That's how it looked when it was done. And then I just put it in a plastic bag, let it sit for around 24 hours. 8 at the like lowest amount, but I think 24 hours is best. Here is what the shirt looked like when I unwound it, but I promise you it looks absolutely nothing like this at the end. It looks really cool, so it's kind of sad. This water turns so insanely green. Oh, also you want to add ice, not ice, salt, because some chemical reaction, I literally have no idea. But yeah, this scared me so badly because I thought that I had ruined my whole entire shirt because everything turned green and I was so scared. I would not recommend actually doing this in a bucket. Do this in like a shower or in your front yard with like a hose because it will make your life easier. This was a bad way of doing it, but that's how it turned out. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I'm going to show you guys how the shirt turned out. I did wait longer than I had to. I waited like 24 hours just because I had other things to do and I totally forgot about it. And then I was like, my shirt. I rinsed it out as soon as I like got it because the colors bled like insanely. Green bled like crazy. I don't know what happened. It like freaked out. Green is one of the most prominent colors in the shirt. Obviously I'm like showing you now, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's the green and then there's the red, and then the yellow and blue did not really show up. So these are the colors I'd stick with if you're doing it because they're the ones that show up the best. I would personally stick with like just the pink because I think this would have been so cute if I would have just done pink. I think that would have looked really nice, but of course do whatever you want. I found that like completely saturating it is the best way to go, but of course you can mix it with water, do whatever you want with it. I personally decided to bring my stuff upstairs and then rinse it before I like put it in the dryer and like washer because I just was kind of nervous, honestly. Like I did not want to ruin my parents' like laundry stuff, so I chose not to, but just spray it off. You can use like a hose outside. I personally just like brought it into my bathroom and just like used like the handle of the shower and like did it that way, but you can do it whatever way. I just think it's a good idea. Try and do it on cold though, because the colors will bleed if you don't do it on cold. So just a tip. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was like obviously really fun to make. Tie-dyeing things is like always super fun, so I would recommend it if you're considering it, especially if you have these things at home already. It's super easy to do. If you want to tie-dye things with just like regular tie-dye, I can do those videos too, so let me know what you guys want to see. I plan on posting a lot more because like I don't know, I have just been in such a mood to like film and stuff. So if you guys have any video requests or any kind of like clothing, DIY, that type of stuff, I would love to do it. Alright, I think that's it. I hope you guys liked watching this video. If you guys have any more requests, leave them down below. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!